Hello and welcome to the 52nd edition of Sunday League to Legend. We are here on Football Manager 2021, back at the Leyland Albion Stadium for the second game in succession. It is Wednesday the 13th of January 2027 and we welcome Fleetwood Town, managed by John Hills. Let's head over into the dressing room. The advice from our assistant Andy Young that we are favourites for a reason. Go out there and make sure they're left in no doubt as to why. I prefer reminding them about the recent standings, as we are first and Fleetwood are 7th. They're actually 8th in the table, our local rivals Fleetwood Town. So in fact, before we begin, shall we have a quick look at the old live league table? So with a point, we would go back to the top of the league, ahead of AFC Wimbledon, who are seemingly our rivals at the moment for the title. Although if Fleetwood go and score here, I think that would knock us back down to second place, straight from the kickoff really. And it's a ball over the top. It has to be offside. He is offside. Schwank is unfortunately unable to convert there. That is less of an offside than I thought it was, but still quite a significant margin. If we take a point here, I would be quite happy, as we've got another injury. Chuks Anike having to come off the field. Let's see who the advice is. It's Connor Comer. I'm going to go with it. The legend that is Connor Comer. 161 league goals for the club. And he is on the field. He is leaving at the end of the season. He's already decided that. He decided he wants out. He's not good enough for Leyland Albion yet again. Although this year he scored 8 or 9 goals, mostly in cup competitions, it has to be said. We do not generally play him in the league, but in cup competitions, especially in the early rounds, he has been on fuego, is how I would describe. The greatest of all time to ever wear a Leyland Albion shirt. There have been 10 changes since the last game we played, which was that one broadcast on YouTube against Stevenage, which was the extra time penalty triumph in the FA Cup second round. I think I mentioned it was first round at the time. It is the second round because we play Peterborough in the third round. To come in the next week or so. I don't think that's going to go too well, so we'll probably not broadcast that on YouTube. We usually get a bit further down into the remainder of the season. But yeah, 10 changes to the team. Fleetwood Town, as you can see, are 8th. They are just on the cusp of the playoffs, just a point shy of Mansfield, with the result as it stands. So they're probably 2 points behind before the day began. In terms of our team, we've got Tommy Jackson in goal. Phil Stansfield is at right back. Macaulay King's injury is going to keep him out for about 5 months, the one he suffered against Stevenage. So we are in the market for a brand new right back, probably on loan at this stage. We've got Eastman and Blaney, who's already picked up a booking, as you can see, in central defence. And then we've got the two McBrides, Callum and Koala. In the team, one at left back, one at right midfield. Somebody's going to have to change their name there. Then we've got Morford and Manton in central midfield, O'Reilly on the left, and now we've got the greatest of all time, Connor Comer and John up front. Of course, our next game against Peterborough, got to wonder if the boys in blue will be turning up at the Leyland Albion Stadium for an FA Cup dicking against the lower league side. If we are at home for that one, we may be away from home. I forget. In the Papa John's Trophy, we play, I think it's Wolves under 23s. We've already overcome Leeds under 23s in the knockout round. So, as I've mentioned, I'm never really happy with the Papa John's Trophy allowing the under 23s teams to take part. It just seems like they can field a massively stronger outfit, and certainly if I was a manager of a Premier League side who has the chance to get a bit of additional silverware, I'd probably send down a couple of first teamers. There are certain rules that you have to abide by. Qualifying players, I'm not sure how that sort of works, but I mean there's ways around it. I think if it has to be they've played in the last fixture, send them down for the last fixture. Get them on the pitch for 10 minutes, you know. But here is a free kick by Fleetwood, and it's a goal. Damar McFarlane with the finish. So our rivals lead against us here. It's a big free kick over. Simpson with the strike hits the goalkeeper. The bar even, and then McFarlane is the one to follow up. Yeah, it's a bit of a tight offside here. It's not that tight, is it? No, Simpson with the initial effort, and McFarlane just eats things up. This result, as it stands, a loss, would leave us level on points with AFC Wimbledon with one game in hand. They have a +6 goal advantage over ourselves. So nothing to shirk, nothing to turn your nose up at, if we're honest, because let's face it, nobody expected us to be in this position as it stands. As O'Reilly goes forward now, can he do anything from there? He cannot. Good save by Best in the Fleetwood goal. He puts the ball down, and it's going to come through back to our defence, which is an interesting one. Here's O'Reilly through again on goal. Oh, it's a great opportunity, but it is squandered. As I was saying, we are sort of not expected to do extremely well in this league. A mid-table finish was about right, as Connor Comer has a good effort there, not finding the back of the net. Only shortly after, John had hit the woodwork. But unfortunately, we seem to have not done so well today in games that we generally have played well recently. We've had quite a lot of wins, and that has put us up there with the likes of the AFC Wimbledon. We are 7 points clear of Southend and Rotherham. That's quite a significant gap. Although, as always, if you've followed any of these previous videos, I can tell you that I tend to look at the 8th place team. I tend to look at the likes of, currently as it stands, Mansfield. They're 48 points. So we've got 14 ahead of them. And that, to me, says that we're doing pretty well. We are now, aiming to be up there in the playoffs. I'm not too worried about automatic promotion. I think that, to be honest, isn't going to happen. We will drop off, in the next, I think it's 16 league games. There's just so many cup games at the minute that we've made 10 changes for this one. You can sort of see it's not really happening with the likes of Phil Stansfield having to cover at right back. He's not a right back. We've got a brand new player on the right wing that's come off now. Peter Thomas there with a goal just in the 89th minute. The 90th minute. Poor goal kick from Tommy Jackson, who quite frankly has done so much for us. Should have got to the ball first as well. But unfortunately, this is going to be a loss against Fleetwood Town, and you can imagine that the board aren't going to be too happy with this one. But we've done so well. We're in a great position, and I'm not going to whip the boys too much for this. I will do if we concede another one, though. Don't want to lose by 3-0. Certainly not, especially when we're putting in challenges like that. But it's going to be a strike on goal, you'd think, for Fleetwood. Unlucky and off target for them. I'm sure that I did try and bring off Phil Stansfield at one point, but there you go. As it is almost a goal by Fleetwood, but not to be. Goal kick here. Yeah, he's going to take it, and the ceremonial goal kick. Referee blows his whistle, you would have thought, after the throw-in. Feel free. Still no. There's full time. Yeah, McFarlane has sort of run us ragged. Not really what you want to see. Not great performances. I mean, the two McBride boys, look at those. 5.9s. You do not expect that. And yeah, it's a bit of a shame to see us crash to defeat. However, if you look at the stats there, we've only lost 5 games this season. So we're certainly not doing too bad. And with a goal difference of 26, even with that loss, we're level on points with AFC Wimbledon right at the top. This would be, I think it's going to be, the first year that we haven't won the league, because every other season we've pretty much done that. However, playoff position, that sounds about right, doesn't it? I'll just show you down the bottom of the league as well, so you can see what's happening down there. The teams that are in danger of dropping back to the National League. You've got Doncaster and Cheltenham. Cheltenham a massive 14? Sorry, no. 8 points. 8 points behind Gillingham. Accrington, who came up with us, they're there in 15th with 34 points. So they're doing pretty well, but of course, just in the mid-table, which is, to be honest, where I thought we'd be. But we've sort of got away with it, to be honest, until, of course, today, when we've lost by 2-0. One, I can lay at the feet of Jackson in goal. He has sort of cost us there with his poor goal kick. But, you know, also our best performer. So there you have it. Thank you for joining me today. The rest of the week we'll have the A-League action. Tomorrow is the Mariners Massive, and then Sunday we've got the A-League Rundown, the FM21 A-League Rundown, in association with A-League FC, and then we're back into Sunday League to Legend next Monday. We'll be a bit further along the season, and we'll find out just how the last few months are going to shape up. We are currently in January, so probably will be late February, early March, that kind of time. So thank you for joining me today, and I will see you then.